All right, court is calling 2024 CR 012173 State versus Estrella Hernandez de Jesus. Could I have parties announced for the record? State.
Rick Pena for the state of Texas.
Defense.
Help for the defense.
And are you Ms. de Jesus?
Yes.
Counsel, have you received all discovery?
I believe I have, Your Honor.
And did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. de Jesus, did you review the application for deferred adjudication or community supervision with your attorney? And did you understand it?
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor. State will proceeding on count 1 of the indictment and will waive count 2.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of abandoning or endangering a child with intent to return?
Okay, pause right there. Abandoning or endangering a child with intent to return. That's not just serious, that's felony level serious. And remember, deferred adjudication doesn't mean she's off the hook. It's like being on legal probation with a sword dangling over your head. One slip, boom, straight to sentencing. 209, after the judge confirms defendant is competent and sane
Against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yeah.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand that the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine.
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, she has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
She is, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe so.
This moment is crucial. The court is making absolutely sure she understands what's happening mentally, legally, everything. They don't want a technicality to throw the whole case later. This isn't just legal formality, it's a safeguard for justice.
Knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 1. There's a $1,500 fine. State recommends deferred adjudication in the parenting class. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Judge.
State?
That is the plea, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing that you're waiving your right to appeal, the only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
There are none, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years, 150 hours of community service restitution, no contact with the complainants, the MRT, staff evaluation, and follow all recommendations. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offenses charged in count 1, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, state offers into evidence states exhibit 1 with all attachments.
No objections from defense, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver and consent to stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments that will review the same. Right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you go.
Here's the twist. Even though she pled guilty, the court isn't officially finding her guilty yet. That's the beauty or the trap of deferred adjudication. It's like hitting pause on a conviction. But if she messes up again, that pause button gets smashed. 8:15 after the witness describes the child crying alone and hungry.
Years old, and she does have these 2 young children. She is not receiving child support currently. Currently, she's been incarcerated for several months. The children have been placed by CPS with her aunt, Maribel Villegas. And as soon as she gets out, CPS has recommended some programs for her to do some services, which she will, has informed me that she is ready, willing, and more than willing and able to perform. So we've just addressed the recommendation by the DA of no contact with the two complainants, which are her children. She would like to have at least no harmful and injurious contact or possibly some supervised contact, whatever CPS recommends based on her progress with respect to their plan that they have. She does have a plan for employment once she gets out. That'd be to immediately get with some temporary services and agencies until she can find steady, regular employment. Her last such employment was with Toyota 2 years ago. She had to leave that job because of the commitments she had with these two young children. She was unable to be at work all the time because she didn't have sufficient sitters for the children. Her aunt has stepped up, and that's who should be relying on once she gets out, Judge.
All right. So here's my question for you. Why were you not at home with your children on this day?
So what happened was I had a friend, she came to the house and she lived on the next block. She was going through it with her boyfriend. She wanted me to go help her pack a bag. She was scared that he was gonna hit her. So it was supposed to be a quick.
So
thing.
here's my question. What were you planning on doing if her boyfriend were to show up?
Well, he was there, so she was scared of. She was scared that he was gonna break everything in the house and hurt her. So I was trying to help her. Like she.
So
felt
how you
safe.
helped her was you left let me make sure my math is right. The offense date is 2024.
Help you out, Your Honor. The children were 3 years old and 1 year old at the time.
So you decided, let me go help my friend with her crazy boyfriend and leave children alone who can't even take care of themselves in a house by themselves. And it wasn't just for 2 minutes, because the child who could talk said that they were thirsty and hungry. So tell me, where does, what is his name? Where does Mr. Adrian Ruiz play into all of this?
He was giving me a ride. He was down the street and he came with me. And we took the car. We went right there on San Fernando, which is on the next street.
No, because in the police report, people are saying that your car was driving up and down the street.
No, Your Honor, it's not my car. That was his car. I was at home all
Well,
day.
the people who were in the car, which was you and this Adrian Ruiz person, were driving up and down the street. That's what it says. I spoke to the witnesses. They stated they were outside in the yard having a barbecue. They stated they had seen the above listed car driving up and down the street all day, but had not seen anyone in the apartment or any adults around the apartment from at least 7 p.m. Witness stated the party had been outside since 7 p.m. Witness stated they were listening to music and he heard something that sounded like screaming, so he turned down the music. Witness stated that they heard loud banging and screaming and looked to the incident location and they saw victim one, and victim one is the 3-year-old banging on the window and crying. They spoke to the
Doesn't even begin to describe it. A 3-year-old banging on the window, crying because she's hungry and alone. This is the kind of detail that sticks with a jury, or in this case, a judge. And it destroys any credibility the mother tried to build earlier.
wide open, but the screen door was locked. Witness called the victim to the front of the house and had the victim unlock the door. And that's when they arrived on the scene. So that's what I'm reading. So why are you driving up and down the street with Adrian Ruiz, and who is he to you? Is that your boyfriend? Who is he?
He's my ex-boyfriend now.
All right, so ex-boyfriend now? Was he your ex-boyfriend then?
No.
All right, so this is my problem. You were with this Adrian Ruiz. Is he the biological father of any of these children?
No.
So stop with the nonsense. What ended up happening is you are how old?
Me too.
You're 22. You're still acting as though you're out here in the streets single with no children. And what you have done is you put Adrian Ruiz Jr. How old is he?
He's 25.
He's 25. I guarantee you, he doesn't want to be saddled down with 2 children. And you're riding up and down the street with this person while your 3-year-old and your other child who's younger than the 3-year-old are at home starving, don't have anything to drink or any food. Did you have food that day?
I have food, yes.
Did you drink that day?
Yes, so did
They
my
didn't,
children.
because guess what? These children, some of them drink milk, some may have water, some of them need their diapers changed. I guarantee you their diapers were not changed and their diapers were dirty because the neighbor said that you had not been there and those children had been there all day
No, Your
by
Honor,
themselves.
they weren't there by themselves all day. I was there all day with them.
No, they say you were driving up and down street with your then boyfriend. And here's the thing, I understand things get dicey for young people. They're just like, you know what? I want to live my life. I'm settled with these two children. And I was putting my dreams and my hopes and my stars and my moon on the biological father of these children. He's not stepping up. I'm not receiving child support. And you know what? People should be thinking about that before they start having a lot of children. You understand?
Yeah.
And anything could have happened to these young children.
I understand.
Could have been some, instead of this nice person who was knocking on the door trying to take care of your children, could have been somebody who's a child molester and like, hey, this is a cute little baby. And then you would have been on the news screaming, somebody took my child, I don't know where they are, help me please. When it was because you were being a horrible mother. You understand?
I understand that.
I don't think you do. I think 2 years down the line, there's going to be another boyfriend. And the reason why I say that is because when mothers have child protective services cases, you know what people always tell them? Don't get involved with any more guys. Concentrate on getting a job, bettering yourself, and taking care of your children. And you know what always happened? During the middle of CPS, when children are being returned, next thing you know, mother has a new boyfriend, somebody from prison that, oh, he's changed, he's a great guy. And in the meantime, you're putting your children's lives in danger. And children don't get to say, hey, you know what, mom, you're making some stupid decisions out here and it's going to impact me. People don't care because you're all in your feelings with this Adrian Ruiz Jr. guy. And guess what? If he were a good guy, you know what he would have said? I will come visit you at your house, but you cannot leave infants to take care of themselves. Instead, he didn't. And now you're telling me some lame story about you going to your friend's house to help her with a boyfriend that's being abusive when you don't even have your life in order. If her boyfriend were being abusive, you would have picked up the phone and called the police. Because what are you going to do? Are you going to get over there and fight a guy? No, you're just doing silly stuff and putting your child's life in danger. And I'm going to do this no contact order. If CPS wants her to have contact with her children, then what's going to end up happening is they're going to have to appear. They can appear by Zoom if they want to appear by Zoom and come to me with the child's ad litem and say why there should be a contact order. How far did you go in school?
I got my GED.
And what have you been doing with your life other than having children and driving up and down the street with Mr. Ruiz?
I was going to cosmetology school for a little bit, but I didn't have babysitters. So I stopped going and I started going to Toyota Butex. That's when I was working there for a little bit. I got into this program called Goals. And I was doing that basically. I get monthly payments. I would get monthly payments from them. I had to make goals and I get incentives for completing goals.
Here's the thing, when people decide to have children, they should decide to have children and have plans for who is going to be the babysitter. You understand? There's a $1,500 fine that'll be probated. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. TAP evaluation in custody. Follow recs. There should be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. There should be no contact with Adrian Ruiz Jr. If I could, if it were legal, I wouldn't let you have any contact with any adult male until you get your life in order and put your children first. But I'm not allowed to do that. So no contact with Adrian Ruiz or the complainants, CPS compliance, the MRT, 150 hours of community service restitution.
Comes the sentencing, and it's a tightrope. The judge is walking the line between protecting the kids, giving the mom a shot at redemption, and making sure someone's held accountable. But will those parenting classes and restrictions actually lead to change? That's the million-dollar question.